Hi, I'm Clive Gray. I'm the Chief Executive of Blyth Tall Ship and Commander of the Williams expedition. Here we are in Blyth. It's a town just north of Newcastle, about 10 miles north in the east coast. We have had a pretty tough time of it here over the last 30 or 40 years with the closure of the pits and the closure of shipbuilding, and Blyth has really struggled to get out of a pit valley. It's had all the problems that you can think of involved with third and fourth generation unemployment. Blyth Tall Ship was set up about 8 years ago to find some inspiration points that would get people back into work and thinking about things differently. And as part of our research, we discovered that 200 years ago, a ship was built in Blyth by Captain William Smith, a local lad who became a ship's captain, and they, when they were out merchant trading, discovered the first land in Antarctica. And this has been a real inspiration point for the whole of our project. Early on in our planning, we realised that recreating the original voyage of discovery of Antarctica was a perfect way to find the skills, to train people up and to inspire people to make a difference to their lives. So here we are, a few years later, with a ship that we've bought and brought back, and we've restored, we've trained lots and lots of engineers to be able to look after her, and now we're looking to repeat the voyage. And to do that, we need you. We need a crew. First, we're going to sail around Britain, and this is your chance to join in. Part of that process will be an opportunity to find out if you've got what it takes to go on the final expedition, and it will also give us an opportunity to train you. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but I think it'll be one of the most inspiring and engaging things you'll ever do in your life. So why not get involved? Why not come along? Why not apply? Come and see what it's going to be. So here she is, the Williams 2. We've spent 3 years doing her up. She's had 60% of the wood replaced below the waterline, the decks replaced, the rigging done, the engines restored, and we've done a hell of a lot of work on her, and she's now ready for a round Britain trip. So why not come aboard, and I'll show you around. Come on then. So come on this way, we'll start at the stern and the helm. So at some point on the voyage, you're going to find yourself here at the helm. You've got all the instruments to navigate by, you've got a wheel, and you're looking forward down the ship and trying to see what's going on. The big problem here, of course, is that the bow is so high you can't see the water in front of you. So communication becomes really important, and you're going to be shouting backwards and forwards to people in the bow who are looking out ahead of you. And of course, you're sailing, so you've got to be thinking and feeling the wind, and it becomes just part of your nature. It'll feel strange at first, but you'll get there. So here we are on the foredeck. It may look like a big jumble of rope to you, but actually this is where the term learning the ropes comes from, and you're going to learn the ropes if you join the vessel. Every line has its own job. You'll be told what they are. You'll be learning to manage them. Just imagine yourself stood here on a rolling deck with the sea coming across you, going about through the wind, the sails moving, you managing them. It's quite a moment in your life. We do have an engine on board, which is not something William Smith would have had, but the rest of it is all done by manpower, and with a little bit of help from these blocks. These are the main sheets. They control tons and tons of power through the sail, and you get to control them. It's quite exciting. Now let's see where you're going to live. Follow me below decks. This way. Mind your head. Dinner is served. So here I am in the galley. It's very small, I know. It does mean that we're going to struggle a little bit to make all sorts of weird and wonderful concoctions for people. It's really one pot cooking, and on the move, it's all you really need. The original name of the Williams II was Hobbit, which means hope in Danish, and that's very much what our expedition's all about. Hope for the future. And here we are in the main area. This is where you'll eat and sleep, but mind your head as we go in. As you can see, we're just putting the finishing touches to these bunks, but this is where home is. You'll keep all your kit in here, you'll have a nets around the back to put things in. As you can see, it's quite deep and it's quite long, and the little gap you've got to get into stops you falling out when we're bouncing around at sea. Totally different way of experiencing sleep, but you'll love it. So in the middle of the night when you're busting, where do you go? Not the toilet on a ship is called the heads, because they actually used to go to the toilet in the net by the figurehead. It's this way, come and see. At sea we won't be having showers, we'll be using too much water, and frankly you're going to be bouncing around like a cork in a bottle. Unbelievable. You have to hang on, and that's not because of the other things you're doing. These are the heads. Does it look good? Does it interest you? Come and join us. You'll have a ball. You'll learn about yourself. It'll change your life. And we'll have a great time doing it. So, go visit the website, click on the link, send us your name, your address, and a little bit about you. Come and join the voyage. And we'll see you on the Round Britain in 2019. Good luck.